to show you the new kit, the mini kit that Marcy has designed for us for this upcoming month. And she has entitled it Resurrection Sisters. And this is the cover. And then she has some more of the faith decks or memory decks cards. And if you don't have the hole punch, you can use this part of it to actually cut out the holes. So that's really nice, and some flowers and things. And these would be nice not only in the journal, but they would also be nice used in our Bible journaling. And I'll show you some of that this month as well. These tabs are really pretty. I love the lace that she does. It's really, really pretty. Some journaling cards, some words, a pocket, 2 pockets, some tags, just lots and lots of goodies. And I love this truck. This truck is, I love the little red trucks and the little trucks that people do. Those I really, really like. So that's pretty. And then the pages. So for the pages, now I printed my pages, and I've also cut around. So I've cut the white part off of all of my pages because I was in the process of putting this together as a journal for the upcoming month's freebie. And while we're talking about freebies, this one was made for the Love Your Neighbor, and it was the paper bag journal, and it's going to a new home, and I'll be mailing it out on Friday to Gail. So congratulations, Gail, for being our winner this month. And look for posts in the group coming up in April for a chance to win this journal put together. And then some lace pages. Some of these might be upside down. This one just has words on it, and it is upside down. Just like script writing. And some flowers at the top. Or I guess you could put them at the bottom too. It would be pretty too. Either or. Some journaling pages. This with writing with lines. This script in a different color. And then that pink lacy again. So that is the April Bible journaling kit that Marcy has put together. So in addition to the kit, we also have another freebie, and let me talk about that as well. I'm trying to keep this organized. So we also have this freebie, and these are the journaling cards, and they will go with the scripture memorizations that we will have this month. And I'll have 7 of them, so you've got you've got front and backs, or you can just use them all as fronts and then just leave the backs plain. But then you've got some people and some words and things like that that you can use in your journaling. And I'll be using some of these as well in my Bible journaling, and I'll show you some of those as well. So I just love the people. It's like one of my favorites. And I love this with their hand holding the flowers. So this freebie will be up in the group, and along with the tip for memorizing scripture. Of course, it's read your scripture 7 times in the morning, 7 times at night, and at the end of 7 days, you will have memorized how many ever scriptures you have been reading on a daily basis. So if you read 10 scriptures each day, 7 times in the morning and 7 times at night, at the end of those 7 days, you will have memorized 10 scriptures. Our goal for the month is just seven scriptures, but every little bit that we can hide in our hearts is a blessing, and it will just help us in our walk with God. So that's that. And then the other thing is the paper bag journal that I have been working on. I have put my pages together for my signature, and I have just clipped it in right here in the very front. So mine is going to open, and it's going to open just like this one. So let me open this one so you can see. So it's going to open just like this. Okay. And then you'll have the signature. And then you'll have the page that flips in here. So how do we put in the signature? Well, we want to make 3 holes. So let me grab, oh, what did I do with my pencil? Here's my pencil. So I'm just going to eyeball 3 little holes just to give you an idea of where you want to put them. So you just kind of evenly space them apart. You can, and I don't have it with me. I don't have it out right now, but I usually make a little thing to put in here that shows me, it's a guide that I make, and I put it in there just to show me where to do my holes on certain size journals, and I just keep reusing it over and over again. But I don't have it because with the paper bag journal, I didn't use that. I just simply eyeballed it and put the holes in. So you'll need an awl, and using the awl, I'm simply going to poke my hole right here, kind of just like this. I know it's maybe hard for you to see. And it's coming through just a little bit. So I just want to do a little bit more. I don't want it to come through too far. There we go. Oh, there we go. And then I'll go and I'll do the next one. Same kind of thing. When I do this, I make sure that my pages are all neatly put together. And then I have one more here. See if I can turn it this way and do it. I move my fingers out of the way so that I don't get my fingers stuck. All right, there we go. So I have 3 holes, evenly spaced, and you can barely see them coming out, but they're there. So the next thing I need to do is get some twine. And because I have so much blue in here, I'm going to use this blue twine. I think it's very, very pretty. And I like the color. And I'm simply going to thread, if I can find the end of this. Oh, there it is. Let me get the end of this started. There we go. All right. So here we go. So we're just going to thread this through a yarn darner's needle. They have the bigger eyes, which will accommodate this baker's twine, because the baker's twine is kind of thick. It's not like sewing thread. It's a little bit thicker. And I'll have to cut that end off because it frayed on me a little bit when I was... my scissors don't want to cut it. That's what happens when you use scissors for paper. So don't use your good scissors for paper or it will dull them. Just use them for paper. Just twirl it around a little bit like this. I'm sorry, probably I went off screen. I was pulling it to me so I could see it better. All right. Okay, so how do I know how much of this I need? Well, I am going to have 3 holes. So I'm simply going to go to here, bring it back, and do that one more time. I just like to make sure that I have enough, because I can always have too much, but if I have too little, then that's not gonna work too well. Now, when I do this, I leave one end shorter than the other. So I have one end long and one end that is short. I don't know if you can see the shorter one. So my shorter one is up here. Okay. So now I'm going to start in the very middle, the center hole, and I'm going to go in. I'm sorry, I want to go this way with it. There we go. So we're going to go this way, and I'm going to leave a little bit of a tail. And then I'm going to hold my tail because I don't want it to pull through. And I'm going to go up to my next hole and push it through. There we go. Making sure I don't get this all tangled here. Okay. And then I am going to skip the middle hole and go down to the last hole, because this is called the three hole pamphlet stitch. And now, while holding, and this is important, that we hold this so that when we go back through this middle hole, we don't split the yarn. We don't want this thread to go between the yarn. Okay, and I think I got it without doing that. I did, however, I went through this one, and I don't want to do that either. So let me just, there we go. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to pull this nice and tight, nice and snug, and it's kind of underneath this center piece that's in there. And I can take the needle off now because I don't need it. And I'm simply going to wrap this twice. Once, twice. Pull it nice and tight. And then just once more for my box knot. And there I have it. And now I can take this off. And I have my signature sewed in. Now, you can, if you want it to cover this, what sometimes people do is they make sure they have like a plain page here in the center. And when they put it in, they glue these pages together to hide those threads. I'm not doing that. I think the threads are pretty just like they are. And I'm going to leave my threads dangling. I might even put something on the ends of them. I'm not sure yet. So now I have my journal, and it can close like so, or you can close it like this. And the nice thing about this, you have it's nice and small, so you can take it with you on the go. If you're going to use it quite a bit, I would suggest putting something and covering the spine. And you'll notice that I don't have any decorations here or here. I haven't even actually decorated any of it, but I left the covers not decorated so that I can cover the spine if I choose. And what I would do to cover my spine is I would just take a piece of my paper, and it wouldn't be this big, probably about like this, just to cover the spine. And I would just glue it down, and then that way it's covered. And so as you're using it, it won't wear through, and because it's a paper bag, it'll just help it to be a little bit more sturdy. So I hope that you make one of these paper bag journals, and if you do, I would love to see yours in a post. Just post a picture of your journal. I'm going to do some decorating. I'm also going to do some tags, and I will show you those. And again, this journal is going to be up as the giveaway this month in our Bible journaling group.